When most people think about history, they imagine only the past. Yet, we are part of history. It may seem odd to say it, but our everyday lives help tell the stories of our communities. If someone was wondering what children were like at the beginning of the third decade of the 21st century, where would they start? Whose voices would be telling that story? Social media helps tell one part of that story. Facebook posts, tweets, and Instagram stories are analyzed by scholars and give us a portrait of a generation or a community. But oral histories offer first-person perspectives that go beyond a character limit or a particular moment in someone's day. An example of how oral histories can tell a story of a generation is the Kuchi office project, Contemporary Stories of Saugatuck. As part of its youth leadership initiative, the Kuchi office partnered with the Saugatuck Douglas History Center and Saugatuck High School teacher Christina Lewis to document the lives of the class of 2019 through the 2018-2019 academic year. The project was conceived as a means of encouraging students to see themselves as an important part of their community's history. The Kuchi office trained Saugatuck High School journalism students in oral history interview methods and the importance of preserving the everyday experience as part of the historical record. These students then developed their own oral history questions and interviewed members of the graduating class of 2019. More than 70 high school seniors' stories were audio recorded in their own voices during the fall, winter, and spring trimesters. Kuchi office staffers at GVSU then condensed the interviews into individual biographical reader panels illustrated with photos, one for each student, to create an exhibit. That exhibit was on display at the Saugatuck Douglas History Center's Old Schoolhouse in May 2019. As part of the project, Our Asian Pacific American Community, we conducted oral history interviews with Grand Valley State University students who identify as Asian or Asian American. They shared their experiences of growing up Asian American and going to school in West Michigan. Their voices are part of more than 50 oral histories telling the story of Asian Pacific Americans in Holland, Michigan. The oral histories are now part of the permanent collections at the Herrick District Library in Holland. This project was in collaboration with the City of Holland, Laup, Herrick District Library, St. Francis de Sales Catholic Church, GVSU's Meyer campus in Holland. The images here are 3 examples of the portrait boards created from this oral history project. We also have taught oral history methods and discussed the importance of oral histories with individual classes across West Michigan. During these sessions, we discuss why oral history matters and how it helps tell a story not only of an individual, but also how these narratives, when looked at together, help tell the story of particular communities or events. For more information about the Kuchi Office of Local History and our Youth Leadership Initiative, please visit our website.